Okay, got your lipstick on? Ready to go?
I think so.
Well, welcome back to TotallyT, and again, we're your solutions girls. We are having a problem with crime, and people are very scared and they're nervous. I've got several people traveling this month, and they're concerned, and I'm concerned for their safety as well. So we do have something for you and for a lot of different reasons. Now, this app is something that you're going to need, and it's going to be best to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Let us discuss why that is. I know crime is up. At the last count I heard, that was several months ago, was 55%. Most likely, it's even higher now. Okay. Wouldn't it be better to have a crowd of witnesses when you're in a crisis mode? Even people you don't even know, and they see what's going on. Sometimes people are even hesitant to get involved, but if they can be your witnesses, we're going to show you how this happens with a simple app. This is going to save so many lives, and maybe even tonight. So let's talk about natural disasters. What's been happening here recently, I know that somebody that I follow on YouTube said that they knew of one of their followers had put in a message that they had to evacuate. There was a fire in California, but nobody knew where she went, if she was okay. They didn't know, like when you're on YouTube, usually it's anonymous name, and usually that's how you communicate. So no phone number, no email, what's going on, is she okay? Is any one of us that's following nationwide in her area that could help her out? This app would have taken care of that problem instantly, and I'm going to show you how. Now, Anita and I have done a video about people that go missing and different even abductions. With this app, if you witness something, you can activate that app, and everybody in that vicinity is going to be looking for that person or saying, hey, what are you doing? And it may just, if they're taking somebody out into the parking lot, they're probably not even going to make it out of the parking lot, because you've got so many people going, hey, what are you doing? Right? They realize there's a crowd witness. They're going to drop it. They're going to run off. Now, we've seen home invasions in the news, haven't we? We've seen explosions here recently. You may only be aware of one, but let me tell you that there's been others as well. Now, have you seen the video where the woman in Nashville, after the explosion, said, help, help? And if you listen closely after that, she said, don't shoot, don't kill me. Had she had this app, she could have actually activated it with the app, or she could have voice activated it, and we'll show you how to do that. And then everybody in that area would have started getting notices that she was in trouble and what was going on. And people that you designate can actually get the video and audio of what's going on in real time and able to be with her on that phone, kind of like a FaceTime kind of thing. And you can use that video footage. You can call, and it's live. It keeps going on. And you can call the emergency service for them. Here in the United States, it's 911. Let me remind you, this is global. So wherever you're at, it's going to call the right emergency service number for you. So that video exists. It will not be removed. Okay. So that's going to be good evidence going on further. We've known of mass shootings happening in the past, even at schools. So what about your school-age children that you allow them to have a phone, or even the teachers, they could have activated that. And imagine all of the activations going on in all the 911 calls. Like, seconds matter. Evidence matters. So that's going to be wonderful too. Let's talk about, maybe you have aged parents. Maybe my mom has dementia, which she doesn't. But if she did, and I was like, oh, she's down for her 2-hour afternoon nap. So I've got 15 minutes to run up to the convenience store and get something, come back. 15 minutes later, when I get home, she's not there. The gate's open. She's lost. But if I activate that app, everybody in the vicinity realizes this is her picture. She has dementia. She's lost. And you can find her so quickly that way. Now, sometimes you're just in the wrong time, at the wrong place at the wrong time. Said that backwards. And that happens as well. I'm sure that you have seen so many things happening around. You started thinking a million things, right? Again, if you're not going to finish watching this, which I highly suggest you do, TotallyT, use that promo code. Even if you get the free version, it will show you how to upgrade or downgrade that after this video. It's 3 minutes. I'm going to show you the app explanation of how it works and different ways you can use it.
The Safer application is a powerful tool built to make our lives safer than ever before. We know that everyone wants their loved ones to be as safe as possible. Imagine the impact when we're all connected and looking out for each other based on relationship proximity, instantaneously there to help each other in any crisis. What makes this application incredible is the series of features that immediately kick into action when you activate the Safer alert by either clicking a single button or by saying your custom safety word. Here's what happens when the Safer alert is activated. First, your witnesses, which are like followers, get notifications telling them that you are in a crisis situation and need help. While the notifications occur, your camera begins to live stream to your witnesses while simultaneously recording to the cloud. Even if your device is destroyed, the video will always be available. At this time, all your witnesses will be viewing your live stream and able to chat with each other. On the screen will be the address of your location and a phone icon that, when engaged, will call the emergency number of the country you're in. We display the address on the screen so your witnesses can give your location to the authorities during a crisis. If needed, the screen can be double-clicked and blacked out to appear as if it's off. Though it appears this way, all the features will still be fully activated and functional. Street recordings also include your movement. The movement tracker can be zoomed down to Google Street Views for precise visibility of your locations during your Safer alert. You can play back the exact route taken of your movement, and if there is a stop for more than 1 minute, an indication is shown at that location, which can also be zoomed into with amazing clarity. You have selected buddies from your list of witnesses. They get a notification that allows them to join you in the video screen, so they are with you in real time during your crisis. They also get a mapping feature, giving them turn-by-turn directions to get to your location. In case you are running or have been put into a moving vehicle, we continue to update your location in real time. And witnesses who are within 1,000 feet of your location also get turn-by-turn walking or driving directions to get to you as quickly as possible. Additionally, everyone who has the Safer app that is within 1,500 feet of where you are will also get the Safer crisis notification, which, when engaged, will show your profile picture, how close they are to you, the address that you're at, turn-by-turn directions to quickly get to you, and the phone icon so to call the authorities. This group of non-witnesses is called the Safer. Lastly, when you end your Safer activation, your buddies get a wellness check notification. This notification requires your buddy to call and confirm that you are okay. If they are unable to confirm your wellness, they're given the opportunity to have all the recordings of the crisis sent to them so they can get it to the authorities quickly. Please remember, it is better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
And so since kind of prepped you for that, you probably saw in there how some of the ways you can use this. I'm telling you, if I had a child and they activated that alert and I could get turn by turn, I'd know where they're at, where they're going. Not only am I calling 911, I'm going to have that turn by turn, and you betcha I'm going after them. I'm going to find that turn by turn, right?
The Safer app.
Whoops, sorry. So again, TotallyT is the promo code that you're going to use, and just wanted to make sure that you understand, because it said Siri, the voice activation at this moment, this time in the video, is on iOS only, but Android will be coming like any day where you will have the voice activation. One other thing that I was thinking about this was, Anita, tell them about why they don't have to worry about being tracked when they're not using the app.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's an important point because all of us are looking for privacy these days. And this app only tracks to the people that you design to be tracking you. Then if, and only if, those people then forward that information on to proper authorities, can they be tracking you. So this is not something that everybody sees where you're at. Everyone sees your travel, and it's not constantly tracking you either, unless the app is activated. It's kind of like the portal. The hole is closed until you open it, but you open it, not somebody else. And that's the key point, Tony, is you're in control of your information.
That's right. So as you download the app, you're going to see different things that flash up, which is very important information. If you don't read it, then you're going to have tons of questions. So read every single one of them that come up. And so let's say this is my mom's account. I blacked out her name, so for privacy. But you see the top right-hand side, it looks like a gear, looks like a little wheel. And whenever you click on that, it's going to open up a scrolling menu. So when I say scrolling menu, that's how you get to it. Now you see that that wheel has been activated, and now it says settings. And there's a lot of things down in here. If you want to get in on the free package, just go right ahead. But then after you watch the rest of this video, you're going to see something that we really think is very needed, at least right now. And you can upgrade, downgrade that package at any time. You can also invite your friends, which you want to, because you want to follow them and they want to follow you. Safety in numbers, right? And then you'll also see over here, it says buddies in the top right-hand corner. You're allowed 3, if you notice that in the videos. I have my mom, my sister, and my niece, because one of them is always going to be available, and they do know how to handle a crisis situation. Now, when you go into edit profile, there's some things that you need to make sure to do. Of course, you need to upload a picture because people need to know what you look like, especially your emergency services people. So I blacked out my mom's name, email address, and phone number, but I did put in for her gender and date of birth. Again, they need to know approximately an age person that they're looking for, male or female, maybe, I don't know, maybe they can't tell by the picture, but you definitely need to make sure to put that in there. There's different packages. It's up to you to go through here and select what you want. So you have your free, your $4.99, your $5.99, and the one that Anita and I like the best is the $6.99 a month, simply because of the wellness check. So you hear that a building collapsed in your city downtown, and it's like all the information is really confusing. You don't know where your spouse or your relative or your friend or your child is. You're not getting through like by phone or text. You can hit the wellness check. Did you notice that in that video, you have the option, if they do not confirm that they are okay, you can go ahead and initiate that emergency service call, right? So the wellness check is going to be used for a lot of different things. Anything extra on that wellness check, Anita?
I believe that this is probably something, given the environment in which we are living in these days, is really key. And sometimes the wellness check is just, hey, are you okay today? I, like many people, have families scattered all over the United States. Some of you have families scattered in other countries. And to be able to very quickly go in there on an international basis, not relying on just one system to be able to communicate. This is something dedicated to this type of a service. So this is not relying on whether you can use this text, this twit, this snap, or whatever. This is specifically used so that we can make sure that we're doing a wellness check. We could do it daily. We could do it several times a day. You made it to work, you made it to school, you made it home from school, etc.
That's right. And also, if you witness something, don't forget you can also put out an alert for what you're witnessing as well. Now, on the wellness check, let's back up to that real life thing that happened in California, which there was a follower in the YouTube and said, hey, I've got to evacuate. Well, now how do we get a hold of her? Is she okay? Is somebody that we know nearby, right? Now, if we're all, now let me tell you about YouTube. If you're not really on YouTube that much, they have developed, everybody's developed different communities. You get to know each other really well. So if you're in a YouTube community, you all need to have this because you're going to want to check up on each other. And if that person's not getting back with you, do a wellness check. It's not going to hurt to do a 911 on that, right? Okay. Yes, go ahead, Anita.
As well, I'm thinking on the professional level, this is really an amazing tool for myself, for medical professionals. You work kind of wonky schedules. Maybe you're a person who works one of those kind of off-hour kind of jobs, and you just want to put a buddy system in for nurses, doctors, EMTs, police officers, whatever, to be able to check in with each other. Maybe you have a logistics service and you want to check on all of your different associates, and have them check in every 2 hours because they're driving all over a metroplex somewhere to do a wellness check to make sure they're okay out there on the road. But I'm telling you, this is really key, because as we have more people shopping online, and all kinds of brick and mortar businesses are now going to call and order business, and more of our services are being delivered to your door than ever in history, they have a lot of exposure. The people on the front lines going door to door with your product or service are highly exposed. So I think for employers here, I just want to speak as a businesswoman for a moment and just say, if you have a business, if you have a organization, a nonprofit where people are out in the community on the front lines, this would be, I think, an essential tool to have, so that if there's something going on in a certain area of the city, that everybody gets notified, that you put together teams in areas so that there can be an inner support system. I was talking to an associate today, TotallyT. They've actually set up a special communication device along the lines of CB radios, which that is still activated, but it is an alternative to the mainstream telecommunications. There are phones that you can set up your own phone network, have to be licensed, etc. But each phone, every person has to have a phone licensed on that network to have your own private network. That's not realistic for most employers. So to have something like this, instead of paying $150 per device plus licensing, for $6.99 a month, I can have all of these capabilities with a GPS technology on it, voice automation. That is a wonderful thing. I love the feature on here, especially, Tony, about I can now have a word that I can speak, and if I can say, whatever word it is, I can say balloons, and all of a sudden mine activates. And once it activates, my screen goes black. Those are amazing features that could be life-changing. Also, if you can actually tell somebody, so you know what, they know where I'm at. Sometimes just the threat of a witness will deter a crime.
That is absolutely correct. Yeah. Everybody is going to have their own reasons to pick their own little safe word that they want to give for their voice activation. And I was like, what's the first thing that's going to come to your head, Mom? She's going to say, help. And I said, that's fine. That's fine. But you said balloons. Well, there might be certain people that want to say, hey, Siri, and then that word, and I'm not trying not to activate mine. It's like, what do you want balloons for, Tony? But anyway, it's like when you're in a crisis mode, are you going to remember the word that you gave Siri? So help is all right. It's from your voice activation, not mine. So it's fine if everybody were to use help, but use whatever word you want to use. Okay, so next up is, we were just talking about businesses as well, weren't we? But if you're for businesses or groups, so corporations or whatever, if you're going to be paying for your whole family, then go ahead and click family group. Great, you get a 10% off that. But every month, you're going to be paying it for those people that you give. After you do this, they're going to give you a group number, and that's the number that you give them. Say, download the app and put this number where it says family group number, and you're paying for it, right? Let them know. Actually have them watch this video so they see what they're getting. Now, next up is, don't forget, we want to make sure when you get this that you have everything set up. Don't just automatically it goes straight to activate for your voice. No, you have to actually do that. Now, here's your buddies. So my mom followed me. I followed her back, right? So we're each other's witnesses now. But the only thing that you need to do, it will be in this instructions, but a lot of people don't like to read, so I just wanted to show you that. All you have to do is, once you go into buddies, it's going to show everybody that you're following, and all you have to do is click on that camera, and then the camera is going to turn orange, and now that's your buddy. No problem. Again, use TotallyT as a promo code. Please ask everybody to do that as well. And here's the whole thing. This is global. Anita and I have friends all over the world. And if you do, I'm saying you want to be following each other. What if something happens at 3 o'clock in the morning to me, but Anita is in a dead sleep, right? Well, I know some people in Australia and Africa and Spain, they're going to be awake. Tony needs help, right? So, but I really think when you get that alert, it's going to kind of get you out of your sleep. But I think it's really good to have everything globally, and I definitely want to know what's going on with them at that time. So again, it's going to be best to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Really well worth it. Might turn off the comments on this video, but we do want to answer your questions. Any questions or comments, go ahead and email us at totallyt@protonmail.com. I need to figure out why, but it seems like every time that I've been posting a video is somebody's putting something, let's say adult rated, in the comments, and I don't know how to get that stopped. I thought I had it set up for that. So totallyt@proton.mail, and please, we've never asked you to do this before, but share, because the more people that have this app downloaded, the bigger the crowd of witnesses. If you've never heard of this, it's because people haven't made it go viral. The only way this goes viral is you. So please join this movement and make it go viral, and share. Contact us if you need our help, and we'll be there for you. Thank you so much. See you next time.